Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house with the one and only, the indelible one, BYND Nick's in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker, baby. And it's another episode of the ground shaking, earth rocking, the Starship Traveling Show. Power Play. Oh, where we go ahead and share with you our custom scanners from our private Banger Nation Discord, our custom scanners with the news features and all the other pertinent information, press releases, filings, information on short interest, and much, much more. All of that data is in our private Discord community for the Banger Nation. And of course, there's a link in the description for a 4-day trial. So if you'd like to check out all those tools, go ahead and do that. And if you're interested in coming to the Discord for free, we do have a free role available. And in fact, today, we will be having a show at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the free Discord, where we will be reviewing stocks, preparing our watch list, processing our watch list, and taking questions for Power Hour. So go ahead and click the link that is in the description and in the pinned comments, for the free access to the free Discord, and make sure you join us today at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live stream in the Discord community. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you also subscribe to the YouTube channel at CoachNickMoney. And also following us on X at CoachNickMoney. And also following us on Twitch at CoachNickMoney. Let's get right into the first stock. Let's take a look at ticker symbol RMCF, Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. That is the name of the company. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the custom scanners from the private Discord. Let's get a share party going on over here. I'm going to wait until this gets shared a little bit. RMCF up 116%. RMCF up 116%. Let's get a share party. Let's get the first 100 folks in here. I know that CPI came out today, and of course when CPI comes out and PPI comes out the next day, usually the market's a little bit slow. But how do you explain OFAL? Going up 397% doubles, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes, sir. You just got to be a little bit more, how should I put it, sniper-esque, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got to do a little snipation, bro. Oh, yeah.
I like that word, snipation.
Little snipation, bro. Ooh, that coffee is good, doubles. That coffee is good, bro. Yeah, let's get that share party going on so we have more Banger Nation family members in here so we can go over these stocks together. I don't want to talk to just a couple of Banger Nation members. I want to talk to a lot of them. Come on now. Let's get that share party going on.
Yes,
Doubles.
sir.
OFAL went up 397%. 397%. Doubles. Yes, sir. Today, will it rebound from its pullback? Doubles? Will it rebound? That's the question, doubles. That is the question. All right, let's take a look at RMCF. Let's take a look at RMCF, see what's going on with it. Let's put this together and look at what's going on. So first things first, we see that it formed what appears to be a double top right over here. Here's the first top, and here is the second top, which is a bearish reversal pattern. The price action did in fact push downward after the double top, and it did end up below the volume weighted average. It tried to break out of the bottom of the VWAP resistance, but it failed. Right now, the volume weighted average, graffiti pencil activated, is at $1.58. It needs to break that $1.58 level. It needs to break that $1.58 level resistance. It needs to break it. And of course, we currently see that there's consolidation in the RSI. And of course, the volume candles have dipped since early this morning. That's understandable. Most of the volume is going to happen right around the open, which is what exactly happened over here. You can see that right here, right over here, okay? And volume candles have gone down. However, power hour does come back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is currently 1:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we have an hour and 24 minutes before the power hour comes back in and more volume makes its way in. So that is the situation with Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, and the catalyst for today was that the company's interim CEO told employees and franchisees on August 11th that the board may be considering a potential sale during its strategic review. So that was the catalyst that pushed this stock to move, doubles, to move today, today, today. Did I say today?
Today.
Today, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let's go take a look at ticker symbol OFAL. OFAL ran quite parabolic today. Quite parabolic today. There wasn't any particular news on it other than in 13 days there's going to be some earnings reports on it, but it made this, again, the stock ran parabolic. So I don't know if somebody knew something or somebody didn't know something, but the bottom line is the stock ran up 397%. But let's take a look at it right now. Bless you, doubles. Bless you. Bless you. Hold on. Before we go over OFAL, BANL just showed up on the scanner. Hello.
Hi.
This is why the scanners are important. They're important. Yes, sir. BANL up, 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 up. 71%. It's a low floater of 392,000 shares. 392,000 shares. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the float. Very low float. Very low float. Very low float. And the volume right now is not terribly high, though. That's the issue. The volume is only 491,000. So you don't have a heck of a lot of volume making the stock price go up, right? Making the stock price go up. But it is currently up 70%. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what's going on. I don't see any news on it at the moment, but we will come back to BANL, and we definitely want to see more volume for BANL, up 70% currently. Let's go back to OFAL. OFAL, we're almost at 100, folks. Let's get it to 200. Banger Nation, let's get it going. Let's get it. While y'all are sharing it up, I'm going to have me a little coffee. Why not, doubles? Why not, right? Have a little coffee, bro. Ooh, yo, doubles. Do you know what's going on today, doubles? Do you know that there's a solar eclipse happening in Europe?
The solar eclipse.
Yes, and Banger Nation is visiting Spain, bro. Yeah, they're gonna be checking out the solar eclipse. Yes, sir. Like that, bro. Like that, bro. Yeah. All right, doubles. All right. On YouTube, Vic by God says, "Hey, what's going on, Vic? How you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, today at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live on the Discord. We're inviting all of the Banger Nation community to sign up for the free Discord. The free Discord role. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. When you come in, go ahead and get yourself verified with the free role. Get yourself verified with the free role so you'll be able to watch the live stream in the private Discord. We will be reviewing the Power Hour stocks. We will be taking questions about the Power Hour stocks. We will be basically discussing a watch list for ourselves going into Power Hour. It's going to be strictly about the stocks. So take advantage of that. Come and visit us in the private Discord channel and watch the live stream today at 2:20 p.m. 2:20 p.m. Vic by God said, "Why stocks like BQ never gave a big pop, just little ones?" Well, you got a couple of things going on, right? You got Consumer Price Index coming out today. You got PPI coming out, Producer Price Index coming out tomorrow. And a lot of times what happens is a lot of people hold off on their trades smaller scales because they anticipate that the market's going to be choppy while we're waiting for that type of news to come out. And as a result, a lot of these stocks don't have the follow through that they typically would have. And if they don't have the follow through that they typically would have, a lot of times you see reversals. Remember, a lot of these stocks are very thinly uh, they're very thinly floated, if you will, right? So BQ has a 7 million float stock. It's not a super large amount of float. So if you just take away a little bit of volume from it, it will reverse on you. So that's what happens. That's what happens. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's see. Vic by God says everything seems to be checking out. Vic by God said, but no big pops, little pops, or fake outs. Like I said, again, CPI and PPI are coming out today and tomorrow, and that often is the case. Again, what I learned as a trader, and again, this is what works for me, not stock or financial advice, but not every day needs to be a trade day. Not every day needs to be a trade day, and sometimes smaller positions or no positions are all are in order, especially when you have PPI and CPI data coming out, and that often comes out around the 10th, 11th, 12th of each month, right? And they're reviewing what happened the previous month. So that's how that works. All right. Casey Boyles got hurt on VBIO. That's why I didn't make that one of my entry stocks. Let me break down why I didn't do it. Let's go take a look at VBIO. Let's take a look at it, and let's look at it from a learning perspective. A learning perspective. VBIO. VBIO. Let me get some data over here on VBIO. Let me tell you what I didn't like about it. Why I didn't like it, right? Because a lot of people were talking about how, oh yeah, it's running pretty strong, blah, blase, blase, blase. Let's take a look at the share structure first. Okay, so the share structure on it wasn't bad. It had a 4 million float. Uh, and the session was 112 million in volume. But in essence, the stock basically just pumped and dumped. It pumped and dumped. Okay, so what happened? First things first, it had some news in the morning. Okay, the news was the news was that it had a contract to begin government funding until safety study. What I can't pronounce that study this week for radiation-induced GI injury. Top line therapeutic expected in early fall. Okay, so that was the catalyst. Okay, so let's click into it and see if we could read some information because I didn't like the stock. I saw the stock's chart and it was very very choppy, and that's the reason why I didn't bother with it. All right, do we have any news on it? Go to the next one right there. Click that one. Maybe that one has it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. Study readiness implement has been done. Keeps going down. Let me see if there's anything in particular that we can grab from that. But the chart itself just didn't look right. Something was not right with the chart. A late stage innate immunotherapy company today announced that the Armed Forces Radiobiology Research Institute, under its contract with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, is conducting a U.S. Department of War government-funded program evaluating entolimide for radiation-induced gastrointestinal injury. The program is expected to advance through a safety study, and upon its successful completion, a therapeutic study in rapid sequence. The safety study is planned to start this week. The therapeutic study will evaluate whether entolimide administers after radiation exposure can support survival in GI tissue. Why the therapeutic study matters. Radiation-induced GI injury is a major potential cause of mortality following high-dose radiation exposure and remains a key focus for U.S. medical countermeasure development. Successful development could support entolimide potential role in government preparedness for radiological and nuclear mass casualty scenarios. The therapeutic study uses a shielded mouse model, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so again, this doesn't tell me that the company is making money, guys. It's just telling me that they're planning on doing something with this particular type of drug and so on and so forth. But there was no meat on the bone as far as this actually having anything to do with putting money in the coffers of VBIO, right? And that's the main issue with it. And one of the things that I noticed is that a lot of other more seasoned traders saw the same thing that I saw, which is that this stock didn't have a lot of meat on the bones, right? It didn't have anything in particular that suggested that this was going to really benefit the company, and as a result, not every press release has the same value, if you will, right? So what do you see happen? You start to see that the stock price starts to move up, and it starts to gap up significantly. Let me put an arrow here so you can see it. It gaps up significantly, and you start seeing these type of gaps. Like right over here, you see a gap. Right over here, you see a gap. Okay, and what that's suggesting is that the bid and the ask on the stock are two separate and far apart. So let me keep it simple. It basically means that whoever's selling and whoever's buying are very far apart in agreeing on what the price should be, and as a result, the price action started to basically halt upward in quick bursts, which made it practically impossible to get into the position. A lot of times what I want to see happen is I want to see a move that's more like this, right? Moves up, slight pullback, moves up, slight pullback, moves up, and in this pullback position here and here, it gives you an opportunity to get into the position and move on with the stock. That's not what you had here. What you had here is the price shot up, price shot up, price shot up. And the problem with that is that when the people who are already in position unload, many times what ends up happening is the price comes crashing down, and that's exactly what happened with this stock. So I did not pay attention to the stock when it came through because I saw how the price action was happening, and I saw that it was going to be too difficult to trade, and as a result I didn't take this trade. We saw it on the scanner, we saw it go up, we saw a lot of stocks do something similar to what this stock did. Okay, and there was a lot of clowns on social media pounding their chest about how they called it and so on and so forth, but the stock starting off low, that's wonderful, but if it's not tradable, what are you doing with it? Right? And if it reverses on you, which oftentimes happens when you have these sudden halts, like you have here, you ultimately end up having a situation where there's a big flush like that, and you could become bag held really, really strong. So that's why I did not trade this stock. I looked at what was happening on the scanner. I saw it on the scanner moving up, and then I looked at the chart, and I specifically went to the 1 minute chart, and the 1 minute chart did not look healthy because of the reasons that I just told you. Right? Now let's put it back on the 5 minute, and it's even more pronounced on the 5 minute. Look at this, guys. Look at these gaps. Okay, this tells you that and you can even see the volume candles are not significant. They're not significant. They're small, right? And then there was that immediate drop, and look at how big the red candles are, and look at the RSI, what happened to the RSI. It just plummeted so rapidly, and now it's just lingering in the oversold area. So this is not a safe trade type of situation, and that's why I stayed away from it. So regardless of the fact that it went really up a lot, it's now down 22%, 22, almost 23%. So I'm sorry about that, Casey. I hope you get a recovery and make some money on some other stocks. But again, today is CPI, tomorrow's PPI, and the market is going to be choppy. Generally speaking, this is what happens until those two reports come out, and then the dust settles, and then we have a better understanding of where we are with the market, and we can move forward with a lot more clarity, if you will. All right, let's see what else is in here. Vic by God, BIVI 2. Yes, BIVI was another piece of trash. Right? BIVI, let's take a look at it. Same situation, guys. And again, a lot of people take their money off the table while there is a CPI and a PPI report coming out because they want to wait and see what happens with the PPI and the CPI. Okay, so this is not a surprise to me at all, guys. It's not a surprise to me. This is very, very common when PPI and CPI act that way. All right. So anyway, some traders definitely will short these type of markets, but I don't think that that's the main issue. The bigger issue is buyers just aren't there like they are in a hot market. People are cutting risk, taking profits faster, and they're not chasing these runners the same way. And with these tiny float stocks, it doesn't take a ton of selling to send them down fast. Once the buyers disappear and the bids start getting pulled, the shorts can jump on it and make the move even worse. But when you have a CPI and a PPI within a day or two of each other, and that's usually the way it works, and it's usually around the 10th, 11th, or 12th of the month, why risk a bunch of money right now? Let the numbers come out, let the market digest everything, and let the dust settle. So yeah, I think it's more like a risk appetite and fewer buyers and fast profit taking type of situation. Doesn't mean that you can't have runners, right, that are big runners. I mean, before the report came out, you had OFAL. It went up 397% before the report came out, guys, right? So there are opportunities, but I get into very much sniper mode when I know that there's a CPI and PPI report going on. That's how I trade. Again, not stock or financial advice, because I'm not a stock or financial advisor, but I'm sharing with you my strategies on how I approach these stocks, guys, okay? Vic said, "Oh, okay. Big thanks. Didn't know. It's felt something big was going on since all these were all doing the same thing. Fake out or little pumps you had to catch just right, even below the 9 EMA or VWAP." Vic, by God, said it felt like something big was happening. Stock moving the same way. Little pops or fake outs. Bumblebee says, "Howdy, Lima Charlie. Roger that. Roger that." Vic, by God, said, "Is it once a year?" No, the CPI and the PPI come out every month. Every month. So the CPI that came out today was for the month of July. The PPI, the Producer Price Index, that's going to come out tomorrow is going to be for the month of July, and then next month in September, around the same time of the month, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, usually around that time, they'll have the PPI and the CPI come out for the month of August. So what's happening today will be digested and come out into the report for next month. So next month will cover August. That's how it works. All right. So anywho, let's take a look at BIVI, because Vic, by God, talked about it, and what we see happened here, very similar situation, and it has now formed an inverted cup and handle pattern. This is the opposite of the bullish cup and handle pattern, guys. Bullish cup and handle pattern usually pushes to the upside. An inverted cup and handle pattern, which is what we're looking at right now, usually pushes down to the downside. So this may not be the end of the downtrend. May not be. Vic, by God, on YouTube says, "Okay, big thanks. My pleasure, bro. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure, baby." All right, let's go ahead and jump into a quick game and get a victory royale for the community, doubles. Let's get a victory royale for the community. Doubles, we got BOXL up 65%, low floater, light volume, trying to recover from a pullback from earlier in the day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're trying to get in for Victory Royale for the community right now. Folks, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at CoachNickMoney. At CoachNickMoney. Make sure you're also following us on Instagram at DBLNicks. At DBLNICKS, and the screen name is CoachNickMoney. And of course, we're on YouTube and Twitch and X.com at CoachNickMoney. At CoachNickMoney. Vic, by God, said, "Knowledge is power." For real, that's what I say every day, brother. Knowledge is power. Education is the way, baby. The more you know, the more you know. The more you know, the more you know. The more you know, the more you know. Like that, bruh. Like that. Let's take a look at OFAL. See what's going on with it. Now, OFAL formed a triple top and sold off after that meteoric run. And notice again, there was a lack of volume when it started spiking up like that and then ultimately crashing down. So right now it has formed an irregular triple top. It's sold off, and it's still pointing downward and away from the VWAP, so it really needs to break above that 213 mark to be schmexy. And we can see that the RSI is dipping downward on OFAL. So we need to see a curl, baby curl. A curlage, bro. A curlage. I like to call it a curlage, bro. Yeah, I want to see some curlage. Let me have some coffee, bro. Remember, guys, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment for the free roll in the Discord. You asked for a free community on the Discord. We give you the free community. Go ahead and click the link. Get yourself situated and have your free roll given to you. Have your free roll given to you so that you don't miss today's show. We're going to continue the show at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Discord, and it's going to be strictly about the stocks, okay? If you're ready to get the full suite of all that we have to offer in the Discord, we also do have a 4-day trial. We do have a 4-day trial for $9.99. You will have full access to the entire Discord. You'll have all the custom scanners, all the news features, and of course all of the informational features of press releases, filings, short interest, and of course full chat, access to full chat. And what we're doing right now is also providing you for the limited time a one-on-one session with myself where you could ask any questions about trading, any questions about how to use the Discord, basically any question you want to ask, right? And you have a one-on-one session with me, yours truly, okay? So that's an added benefit, ladies and gentlemen, added benefit. So go ahead and take advantage of that. All right, there's people here. Let's focus on these culprits over here. Let's try to get a victory royale for the community. Let's get it for the community. It's that time, bruh. It's that time. Let's go. It's cooking time. We're going to an enemy right over here, bruh. Right over there, bruh. Bada banger. I said, bada banger. Poor devil. Poor devil. Poor devil. Nah. Can't have none of that. Can't have none of that. Nah. Bada banger. Bada banger. Oh, baby. Let's get this juice in us, bruh. This creature trying to get my jabberty. Yo, what's going on with this fella, bruh? I know he is, bruh. Oh, dude, I hit him, bro. Look at that. Bro, I hit him, bro. Bro, my heart hurts, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Who is this guy? He's wearing a freaking night robe. What are you doing, bro? What is wrong with you?
That's that random thing that I told you about, that sprite with the octopus on her head.
Is that the character?
Yeah, that's the one.
And the character wears a funny little night robe? A night robe, bro. What the heck, bro? A nightgown, bro. What is going on? What's going on? How is this person getting all this great loot? How did this person start off with a purple freaking shotgun, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, Fortnite people. What's going on here with that random weaponry? What's going on here, Doubles? What's going on? I tell you, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand none. I don't understand none. Anyway, anywho, I'm going back. Let's go back to the stocks. I'm getting upsetty. Spaghetti. Okay, we're at 400 folks. Let's get a share party. Let's get to the first 500, 600. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's take a look at a couple of stocks while we're at it. Night Rogue says night robes in front of night. I know, bro. What the heck? How dare they? Right? Right? Unbelievable, bro. All right, let's take a look at ticker symbol CHOW. CHOW. This stock ran early in the morning. Another one of them China stocks, again following the multi-week theme of China stocks. First thing we notice when we go there is that this stock is a sub-dollar stock at 50 cents. It has an 11 million float, slightly heavier than we like, but not that bad when you have a 226 million volume rotation. The stock's currently up 42%. However, you can see exactly what happened here, right? Doubles, take a look at this. It formed a shoulder, and it formed a head. Let's call it a head and shoulders pattern, doubles. A head and shoulders pattern. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that pattern right there. Look. Come on, get out of there. Look at that head and shoulders pattern. And then after forming that head and shoulders pattern, the price action sold off below the volume weighted average. The volume weighted average is at 56 cents. And again, with these cheaper stocks, you're going to see that type of behavior, right? So at 56 cents, the is where the volume weighted average is. The price has to get above 56 cents to be in the bullish sector of the chart. Right now it's at about 50 cents. We can see that the RSI is indifferent. Neither buyers nor sellers are controlling at the moment. And obviously there's a lack of volume, and that makes a lot of sense because we still have 58 minutes before the power hour. So this looks like chow might be bye-bye, you know? Chow may be bye-bye unless this price action starts to curl and challenge the volume weighted average at 56 cents and break through it with authority. Bubble Beeps on YouTube says, I was 20 feet away from my car with the windows up and the air conditioning running, and I was still able to tell that Coach's game did not go well. Nah, bro. My heart hurts, bro. Did you see what happened? Bobo, I'm going to replay it for you, bro. This is like, they're so dastardly sometimes, bro. They're so dastardly. Yo, Night Rogue, did you team up with Delta Doubles to sabotage Coach? Man, evil eye. No, Night Rogue is giving evil eye to the evil doer, bro. Let me show you what happened real quick. My heart hurts, Bobo. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes these critters, they're bad. Night Rogue says, what did I do? Nah. Dastardly didn't even do anything. It was an evildoer in a robe, bro. I don't get it, bro. How you going into a battle royale in a robe? What is that all about? What is it all about, I tell you? You know what I mean? I don't get it, bro. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on over here. Night Rogue, DBL dastardly be plotting with the evil dudes in robes. Yeah, bro. For real, dude. Yeah, you, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm just sitting here.
You know, in retrospect, it probably was your doing, Doubles.
What?
In retrospect, it probably had something to do with you. Look at what happened. Watch this.
Just because you got blinked by the dude doesn't mean that I got it.
Come on. Simmer down. I'm showing Bobo what happened. So I landed over here, right? And there's an evildoer right over here, right? Look at the evildoer. Look at him. Look at him. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold.
What I do?
All right, so here we go. We're chasing an evildoer. We get the pistola, right? And we hear an evildoer running by. Evildoer is running by, right? And then we go inside, and we see this evildoer. And we give him a little bit of that. Right there. Yeah, everything's going fine, right? But no, not really. We got evildoers nearby, bro. Hold on, where is this guy? Here he is. Look at him. He's wearing a robe. This silly bird is wearing a robe in a battle royale. Explain this to me. I don't get it. DBL. Night Rogue says DBL's just like, why am I catching strays? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Catching strays?
Okay, now look. Here's the evildoer trying to hurt the coach. Coach put some explosives on this evildoer. No, he's not satisfied. He wants to continue battling me royale. All right. Now I threw some explosives and I ended up hurting myself accidentally because this evildoer was doing some evil stuff. Right? Okay. Watch this. Watch this, bro. Watch this, bro. I'm healing right now. I just had my little drinky drink. Now this fella's taking a shield. Look at that. And of course he now has explosives. How did that happen? Come on, Fortnite. What's going on here, bro? What's going on here, bro? Now I'm out of mats, bro. I'm close to being out of mats. I'm hurt. He hurt me, bro. He hurt me in his little pink pussycat coat, bro. He's wearing his little pink pussycat coat, bro. Look, bro, look! And I hit him, bro. Bro, you're not doing that song now, are you, Doubles? Doubles, you just did that song. That's kind of evil and disrespectful, son. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Look! He popped the med kit, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. It's just not right. It's not right, bro. It's not right. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because this is upsetting me right now. I'm just gonna go back to lobby. Back to lobby. Again with the slumber, Doubles. Again with the slumber, bro. Again with the slumber song, Doubles. Very nice. Very nice, Doubles. Very nice. Very nice, Doubles. Very nice. Nah, it's okay, Doubles. I'm trying. Will you stop that, Doubles? Doubles, will you cut that out already? What's wrong with you, man? Anyway, I'm gonna go and talk about stocks. Leave me alone, Doubles. I'm gonna go talk about stocks. XHLD. Let's take a look at this. This stock has run in the past, and in the past couple of days, it's been running as well. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the custom scanners, right? We go to the custom scanners. We take a look at the custom scanners. We see that it's a 10 million float stock. It's on the heavier side, and we see that it's moving on very light volume. There's no news that we can tell about that is justifying why the stock is moving, but it is moving. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and give it a Fibonacci retracement so that we have some key levels of support and resistance, so we have an idea of what's going on. We can see that the price action currently is holding support above the Fibonacci level of approximately $5.50. The next resistance area will be roughly at around 570. So we'll see what happens with this, but right now, not really that particularly interesting. I mean, it is moving up. It is moving up. Oh, what happened here? What happened here?
It's doing the thing.
Come on, man. What the freak is going on here? I was having a conversation with the Banger Nation, bro.
Just don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna piss it off.
What?
All right, just click where it says 5 minutes. Just click like 10 minute, and then go back to 5 minute.
Like that, bro?
Yeah, then go back to 5.
Oh, look at you. You got all the secrets, bro.
Yeah, you just like zoom out of it a little bit, and then like squish it.
There we go.
Squish it. There you go.
There we go. I told you, bro. I
gotta
told
piss it
you,
off,
bro.
you know?
I told you, bro.
What you mean you told me?
I don't know. Whatever, Doubles. I told you
By
anyway.
the way, you didn't look up. You didn't look up.
Oh, no. Kumbaya, my Double, stop, bro. Double, stop, bro. Stop, bro. Come on now. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't be dastardly today. Not today, bro. Not in the mood. Anyway, it's holding support at XHLD is holding support at 550. The next test level is going to be 575, $6. We'll see what happens. The price action is drifting upward. The RSI is drifting upward, but it's a heavy floated stock moving on light volume. And you know that I don't like that, because what oftentimes happens with situations like that is you have sudden reversals like you see here, like you see here, and like you see here, and like you see here. So for me, no bueno, no bueno, no bueno, but it is up currently 56%, 56%, and in a choppy market like today, not the type of stock that I want to mess with. Okay, folks, so that's the story, and I'm sticking with it. That's what I'm sticking with, Doubles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
I agree.
All right, quick thing. If you've been watching and you're serious about small caps, don't just sit on the outside trying to piece it together. We've got a 4-day full access pass for $9.99, and it is full access. You come inside, you see how we actually operate live, how we structure trade ideas, how we map levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum. You'll get the next day early watch list. You'll see the 24/7 market news flow, pre-market scanners, regular hours, and after-hours scanners float and volume catalyst context built right in. And you'll see our ticker tape built to catch stocks when they're starting to heat up before they go parabolic. This isn't noise, it's structure, and if that's how you want to approach the market, grab the 4-day pass, come see it live. Okay, the link's in the description and in the pinned comment. And when you come in, let us know that you saw us on the stream. Let us know that you saw us on the stream. Also, for those of you that want to get your feet wet and want to check out the free Discord, okay, we have the link in the description and in the pinned comment right now for the free Discord. So go ahead and join the free Discord and make sure you get your free roll assigned so that you can catch the show that we're going to have today at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in about 9 minutes, actually. And in about 9 minutes, we're going to be going live with the live stream in the Discord. So come in there. Obviously, all of our Banger Nation members that are already members of the Discord have access to all the various live stream events that we have, including this event. So you're all welcome to come down, and we will be discussing the stocks that we're looking at for the Power Hour at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Okay, so folks, we're going to wrap up right now to get ready for that live stream. We'll see you in that live stream. Make sure you're following us on YouTube at CoachNickMoney, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at CoachNickMoney, X.com at CoachNickMoney, Twitch at CoachNickMoney, and of course TikTok, Tiki-Taki at DBL Nicks, at DBL Nicks, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. We love you very much, and we will see you in a few minutes in the Discord. Make sure you click that link and join the free Discord, and if you're already a Banger Nation Discord member, you have access to that show as well. So we will see you there in about 8 minutes.